Hi everyone, this is a tutorial about how to set up your backup from your Synology NAS to Amazon Drive. Let's get started. First of all, you want to go to your Synology NAS admin panel, and let's click here, and then you have two options here. You can do Cloud Sync or Hyper Backup, but there's a major difference between those two. The Cloud Sync is a one-to-one backup, so if you, it's a sync basically, not just backup. It's a synchronization of files. So whatever you synchronize to the Amazon Drive, you can access those files and use them on Amazon through the Amazon portal. So you log into Amazon Drive on their website, and you can browse the files, download them, do different things. Hyper backup is what I'm using, and hyper backup is a true backup. So in other sense, this it uses compression and it breaks up the files and creates little chunks, and it uploads the files to the Amazon Drive. So let's get started here. So let me actually back up for a second. Let's go and let me show you how to install the hyper backup here. So click on Package Center and click on backup, and I've already installed it. So this is what you'll install. You'll have an install button like this on here, and just click on install it. Then go back to your menu and click on hyper backup. Over here we're going to select scroll down and select Amazon Drive. Click next, and this will ask you to log on to the on the Amazon Drive and give it permission so it can use it. So click on continue, agree to this. So over here it's asking you to create a backup task. Let's go ahead and create a folder. So this is a folder that will be created on the Amazon Drive. Create a new folder, and let's call it NAS backup, and you can call it anything you like. Click OK. And go ahead and select that NAS backup folder, and it'll select automatically the directory. You can give it any name you want. You don't have to, but I'll just leave it to the default. There are a couple of options here. You can you can relink to the existing task, or export to a local shared folder, or like external storage device. So if you unlink the backup from your Synology NAS, you can relink it to the same task on the NAS and on the Amazon Drive there. Click on next. So from here we're going to select the folders. So you can do the volumes and the folders, the shared folders that you've created on your NAS. I usually just back up my raw files. I'm a photographer, so I'm going to click photos. I have a folder, shared folder called photos, and I have them all listed by years. And within the folders, there are other folders with the files in them. So let's click on 1, 2, and you can go back and add more folders to it. So I'm just going to leave it to 2003, 2004 here. And you can ignore this application backup. You don't want to back up any of the applications on your NAS. It's not necessary, but you can if you want to. But in my case, I won't. Click on next. So you want to give it a task. The task we are creating here, a name. So I'm going to give it a name called Amazon Backup. Enable task notification, so it'll email you and tell you how when the backup's complete and things like that. You want to select compress backup data, so this will compress the data and upload it, so it'll save you some space. You can do a client-side encryption, which is You can encrypt the file and put a password on the files that are being uploaded. So um, in this case, I'm not too worried about it. It's just photos, and I don't want to put any encryption on it. But if you are uploading personal documents and financial information, or similar, something like that, you definitely want to put a encryption on it, put a password on it. So here we're going to create the schedule, enable backup schedule, run on the following days. I'll be running it daily, and let's take the first run. This is in 24-hour format, so I'm going to pick 3 a.m. You can check this. This will check the integrity of the backup, the schedule, and it's not necessary, but you can. I'll leave it at weekly, so it's okay. Click on next. Now there's some rotation settings, which is basically the retention policy, how long you can access the files, or how many versions the backup will keep the files, so you can go back and restore, like from hour ago to 4 hours, 8 hours, or 3 days, 3 months ago. I'm not going to do this because I just want to back up my data, and if anything changes, it will back it up again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click apply, and you can always come back and set up um, uh, the retention policy, but you do want to keep in mind it does reset to your backup, so you'll probably have to start over again. So click apply. This may take a little longer. The other things I want to mention is the difference between the Cloud Sync and the Hyper Backup is that Cloud Sync has limitations on what kind of files you want to upload, and Amazon kind of controls that. So if you're trying to upload like raw files, and there's some other file types that you can't upload through Cloud Sync, and there's limitations on how big those files can be. So Hyper Backup is a good way to go. You can upload large files and so on. So let's go and click backup now, because I want to back those folders up to the cloud right away, and then we'll go back to the schedule and keep running. And here you have it. It's waiting to connect. So you can see here how many we're sharing two folders. Two shared folders that are being backed up. This may take a few minutes, so give it some time and you'll see it going up. If you want to come back and add more folders in your folder structure to back up, you want to go here and click here to edit the schedule, and you can it'll give you an option to one of the tabs will give you an option to add more folders to the same backup. Similarly, you can actually create another schedule, say a monthly or something like that, and there's the restore process is here. You can restore the same backup from there, restore to existing repository, or you can change the location where you want to restore to, like a external hard drive or something like that. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward, and this is a good way to back up your data up to Amazon. If you have Amazon membership, Amazon Prime, you get 5 gigs of space for free. But I've upgraded the space, and it's really is very cost effective to a way to back up your data onto the cloud. So, and that's all there's to it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you, and thanks for watching.